We are back to Visual Studio Code. So far we understood what component is in the slides. Let's create our first component. We can create a component using Angular CLI by using a simple command. But before doing that, let us create a component manually so that we can have a better understanding. Let's start creating a component manually. As I want to create a component with the name first component, let me create a folder called first inside src app. Yeah, the folder with the name first is created. So inside the first folder, let's create a TypeScript file with the name first.component.ts. Let's create a TypeScript class. Like any other programming language, the syntax to create a class is class space class name. The same with TypeScript as well. In our case, it is first component. This class can take properties and functions. Let me create a property called a name and assign a value called gtech. Now this is a normal TypeScript class with one property called name. To make it an Angular component, we need to add or decorate it with @component decorator as discussed in the slides. Let us add @component decorator. As soon as we type @com, the Visual Studio Code is intelligent enough to provide @component decorator and add an import. The component decorator is in Angular/core module. Let's see the code of @component decorator by pressing Ctrl-click on it. And now, if you notice, the component decorator has a keyword called export. This means we can use this decorator by adding an import in our components, like how we did in first component.ts. Similarly, if you want to use this first component in any of other components, we need to export it by using export keyword. For that, we need to add export keyword in front of the class. As discussed earlier, the @component decorator takes the following arguments. The first one is selector. We'll specify the name app-first for this component. And the selector is used as an HTML tag to display the view content of this component. The second argument that @component decorator takes is regarding the templating. A template is used to render the user interface in a web page. We can create a template in two ways as we already discussed. Let us first try with inline templating. To do that, we need to add template property. And we'll create an h1 tag with some text. Let me open single quotes and add h1 tag with an open and close h1 tag. And we'll add a text hello from and we are binding the property name in double curly braces. With this, we have a selector and template ready for our component. We can now inject this selector app-first as an HTML tag inside app-component.html. Before that, let me remove the default content that Angular CLI generated when we created a project and add our selector as an HTML tag. So the expected output in the UI is hello from gtech. Let us start the server and see what's going to happen. To start the server, let us get into hello world folder and ng space serve. If you notice, the application is not compiled and we got the error. Let's see what exactly the error is. It is saying this app first selector is an Angular component, but it is not related to this module. To overcome this, we need to declare this first component in app module.ts. Let me stop the server by pressing Ctrl C and add the component in app module.ts under declaration section. And we can import the first component by using quick fix of Visual Studio Code. Now we have declared the component under declaration section and we have added the import. Let's start the server by typing ngserve in the terminal. And if you notice, the application is compiled successfully without any issues now. Let us flip to the browser and launch HTTP localhost 4200. And see, we got our expected output hello from GTech. Perfect. Let us add welcome text right under hello from GTech. To do that, we need to add one more h1 tag inside template section. Let me press enter and add one more h1 tag. And if you notice, VS Code is erroring out when I entered into the second line. It means if the number of lines are more than 1, we need to add under a special character called backtick. The backtick character is right under the escape button of the keyboard. Let me add backtick character and save the TS file. And if you notice, now we are able to see the desired output. Let us style this text a bit. Similar to templates, we can create styles in two possible ways as discussed in slides. Let us create inline styling first. To do that, we need to add styles property in component decorator. And it will take an array where we can specify h1 tag. For example, let us style this h1 tag. h1 open and close curly braces. Let us put color as blue. Let's flip to the browser and see whether it is affected. Yeah, now the text color is changed to the blue. With this, we are able to render the view by using inline templating and inline styling. But one disadvantage with inline templating is Visual Studio Code will not provide IntelliSense support. We need to type everything manually when we use inline templating. Let's achieve the same using external templating and external styling. To do that, we need to create two more files under this first folder. The first file is first.component.html and the other one for CSS. Component.css. Okay, let me copy the section under this template inside first.component.html. Yeah. We no need to use backtick when we are using external templating. And let me copy CSS stuff as well. Let me copy this h1 style into first component.css. Apart from these, we need to change the properties in the component decorator. This should be changed as template URL, and we need to give the path of an external HTML file dot slash first dot component dot HTML. And for styles, we need to use styles URL instead of style for external templating. And it will also take an array, and inside it we can pass the path of an external CSS file. So we can pass like dot slash first dot component dot CSS. The application got compiled, and let's see, we got the desired output. Yeah, we are able to get the desired output. But remember, we have created a component manually for better understanding. We have created three files: first component.tss and first component.html and first component.ts file by creating a folder. And we also added this component in app module.ts under declaration sections manually. But Angular CLI can handle this in pretty easy way. We just need to create a component using a simple command called ng space generate space component name. Let's create a new component using Angular CLI. To do that, let me open a new terminal, and we need to get into a folder hello world where our project is running, and let me generate a component called second. Here G for generate and C for component, and let me name the component as second. If you notice, Angular CLI has created a folder called second, and it has created all the files that we created manually for the first component. And apart from CSS, HTML and TS, it has created a spec file as well. This is where we write the test cases related to that particular component. And if you see the TS file, by default Angular CLI has created with external templating. And let us go into app module.ts. Angular CLI has added the second component inside the declaration sections and added an import for it. That's all pretty much for this episode. Thanks for watching. If you like my videos, please share to your friends and colleagues, and don't forget to subscribe my channel.